Hello, my name is Sonia Akbarzadeh. I would like to welcome you to this course on HACCP. After all the necessary GMP programs have been implemented and employees have been trained on procedures related to their job roles, HACCP plans can be developed. HACCP plans are used to determine all the hazards that may occur when producing a product or a group of products. Some of these hazards may be related to personnel, operations, or the environment, which are controlled by GMP programs. Other hazards may need a new method, new procedure, or a new machine to eliminate or reduce them. Some of the identified hazards can be critical, meaning they can impact the food safety of products and lead to critical health issues in consumers. To control these critical hazards, we need to use methods, steps, and procedures called CCPs. CCPs are critical control points which in the manufacturing process control critical hazards to an acceptable level. If the control limit is exceeded, corrective actions must take place. Overall, the development of HACCP plans increases the food safety of products. The HACCP concept came to birth in 1959 when NASA asked Pillsbury to produce meals for astronauts. They were asked to ensure the meals prepared had zero defects, meaning they were absolutely free from pathogens, toxins, and any chemical or physical contamination that may lead to illnesses or injuries. From here, a new approach to control food safety risks was introduced. It has developed more over the years, and it is now a requirement for most food companies. In fact, implementation of HACCP is a fundamental requirement for all GFSI standards. In order to have a successful HACCP plan, we need to have comprehensive knowledge of all incoming ingredients, packaging materials, and processing aids along with their country of origin. We need to know about all products that are produced within the plant, including the characteristics important to food safety of products such as pH, water activity, processes, any treatments, packaging methods, shelf life, storage conditions, as well as intended use. To create a successful HACCP plan, all areas of the plan such as storages, different processing areas, employee restrooms, lunch areas, hand washing stations, and chemical rooms should be familiar to the team. They should be aware of all activities taking place in every single room of the plant at all times. In addition, the movement of people, ingredients, packaging materials, chemicals, wastes, processing aids, allergens, finished products, and their associated hazards around the facility must be known. HACCP plans are developed using 12 steps which incorporate the 7 principles of HACCP, standardized by the Codex Alimentarius Commission. The first step of HACCP is the designation of a HACCP team. In steps 2, 3, 4, and 5, all necessary information required for step 6 will be collected. Step 6 is where the HACCP team will conduct a hazard analysis. It is also the first of 7 principles. Step 7, which is considered the second principle, requires the identification of CCPs. Finally, steps 8 to 12 will focus on establishing CCP critical limits, its monitoring procedures, corrective actions, as well as verification and record keeping. In the process of developing HACCP, it is important to gather references to build the HACCP plan. These references, along with your knowledge gained over the years of producing your products, will be crucial throughout the development process. Ensure to keep all the references on file, which can be in the form of documents, website links, books, HACCP team discussions and evaluations, and much more. A few good references for HACCP include the latest scientific literature, industry experts, food processor organizations, relevant codes of practice depending on your industry segment, generic models that have been developed for each industry sector, applicable regulations for each product category such as the CFIA, the USDA, Health Canada, the FDA, and their hazard analysis databases. Information from suppliers, for example, product specifications and certificate of analysis. Also, historical and known hazards associated with specific incoming materials can be good references. Based on the history, you may become aware of certain ingredients that are associated with biological risks. And lastly, any customer requirements will be good references. For example, customers suffering from a gluten allergy will require gluten-free products. For proper organization, standard HACCP forms should be used. Although their formatting may vary, the information captured will remain the same. Form 1 includes all the information about finished products. Form 2 includes a list of ingredients, processing aids, and packaging materials along with their country of origin. Form 3 is the flowchart. Form 4 is the plant schematic or the site map. Form 5 includes all the hazards for ingredients, processing steps, and traffic patterns, along with the risk levels and all the appropriate GMP programs needed for reducing the risk level. CCPs will also be determined. Form 6 is for uncontrolled hazards. Form 7 is the CCP matrix, which includes information about each CCP. This form consists of descriptions of hazards that are controlled through the CCP, CCP critical limits, its monitoring procedures, deviations and corrective actions, as well as verification, validation, and record keeping. Development of these 12 steps and their applicable forms will be explained in detail throughout this course. This HACCP course has been prepared using CFIA, OMAFRA, and FDA HACCP materials and food safety guidelines, and GFSI standard are used as references. Before diving into HACCP, we will learn about biological, chemical, and physical hazards. Then we will review some of the preserving methods and tackle step 1 of HACCP development.